Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy maidservant, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord Yahweh made the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and all the things in them, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Okay. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse 4. Now Salaki verse 3, and it reads, and the power was blessed the 7th day and sanctified, because that in it he had rested from all his work. And the powers in which the powers created and made.
Go ahead. Verse
4, these are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created. In the day of the Lord Yahweh, power made the earth and the heavens and every plant. It's like verse 5. And every.
Go ahead, read that again.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 2, verse 4. And it reads, these are the generations of the heavens and of the earth. Then they were created. In the day that the Lord Yahweh power made the earth and the heavens.
Now, check that out. That when you read that verse, the Heavenly Father name shows up in caps right there. Okay? It shows up in caps. It's different from the God of the first chapter. It ain't capital G, capital O, capital D. It's little o, little d. Now the Lord name shows up here. Let you know that, hey, he didn't make he didn't actually do the work for creating what you see. It was his son and the angels. He gave the orders like a CEO would do. He get the orders, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 5, and it reads, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord Yahweh power had not caused it to rain upon the earth.
So it didn't rain like we see now.
Gone.
The rain coming from the cloud pouring down, it didn't do that then. Go ahead.
And there was not a man to till the ground. Verse 6, but there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground.
So it was a mist that went up that watered the whole face of the ground. Okay, I'm gonna pull up that word mist. Okay. Pull up that word mist. That's what you have like in those tropical rainforests down in Brazil. It's so thick, the sun don't basically shine, but stuff still grows because it's misty down there. It waters, the ground's getting watered. A mist is a cloud or a tiny water droplets suspended in the atmosphere at or near the Earth's surface. Limited visibility, but it's lesser intent than fog, strictly with visible remaining at least 1.5 miles. It says, what causes mist? Mist is often formed when warmer air over water suddenly encounters cooler surface of the land. Mist is tiny droplets of water hanging in the air. These droplets form when warmer water is in the air is rapidly cooled, causing it to change from invisible gas into tiny water droplets. So it's like gas. Changes when that cool air, that warm air hit. Okay? That's what mist is. Okay? We call it condensation, I think is what we call it. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 7, and it reads, and the Lord Yahweh power formed man of the dust of the ground.
Formed from the dust of the ground. That's why you see different shades of brown. Okay? We was formed from the dust of that ground, man. Okay? You got different shades of brown, all the way to dark brown. The deeper you go in the soil, the darker it gets. Okay? More rich, more minerals. We were made, when you look up the composition of man, it'll tell you we're made up of hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, phosphorus, magnesium. It gives you a few. Okay? But the people here on this planet, they seem to think men get their color from something called melanin, right? Carbon is what's giving you your natural color. The more carbon your body has, the darker you are. A gorilla has more carbon than we do. That's why they are dark, right? That's what gives us our electric. That's what makes us electric. Okay? If you take an eel, you cut an eel open, and you take the elements out of the eel, you're gonna find copper and you're gonna find carbon. Because copper and carbon mix what makes electricity. That's why when you go into engineering, they'll have a copper wheel moving with the carbon brushes. And the resins that fall off there, that can light. You can light that. Okay? Carbon what gives you color. But our people be like, we melanated. Y'all done went from melanin, now you melanated. And it ain't even on the periodic chart. If you find it, let me know. So I can apologize for saying it. Right? It ain't on there. It ain't on there. So Esau throw things out there, man. It even got a definition to it and everything. You read it, it's got a definition. But carbon is what gives you your color. That's what makes us electric. You know, they even added that IN on the end of it to try to make it like into that element chart or whatever. But it's not even on the chart.